Hello and welcome again to my NT marriage video. I wanted to talk about a few things that have happened lately, just some sort of general interactions to give you an idea of, I guess, our daily existence or sort of regular existence. Common occurrences. So, number one, he cooked me dinner. Hey, sounds great already, right? For those of you with partners who don't cook you squat, you're probably thinking, well, high five to you, good on you, right? Yeah. It's kind of never that simple. So, the backstory, of course. There's always backstory. We had pasta one night, then rice, then pasta, then rice, okay? Lots of carb dishes. And I had gone out somewhere, I can't remember where, cafe or something. And he says, grumbling, been in a lot of carbs lately, I feel really blah, 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 right? I feel you, we definitely just are carved out, And I said to him, well, it's a good thing we got those sausages in the bottom of the fridge. We can cook them, some sausages with a bunch of vegetables and, carb free, be good. Yeah, he says, no dramas. That night we go to sort of, I don't know exactly how to say it. I didn't go to cook them. He knew I wanted to. Okay, he knew I wanted to cook the sausages. So he says to me, look, we can't cook the sausages tonight because I got these noodles, I'm making char kway teow. Okay, we having fried noodles. We're not having the sausages. Bummer. But the noodles were great. They were really, really good. The next night, oh, we can't have those sausages because we've got the ravioli at the bottom of the fridge, needs to be used by a certain date. We got to cook that tonight. We're not having the sausages. This is coming from a man who had grumbled about eating too much carbs, just putting that out there. So, I do my volunteer job on Wednesday. I get home Wednesday and he's cooking the sausages. Bonus, I think. He's cooking me dinner, like he's actively thought. She's got this hard day at work, she's coming home late, I'll cook dinner for her and the kids. Sweet as thought, really. And he's cooking the sausages. So I come in and I go to help. I say, oh yeah, let me help you with that. I'll, do the gravy, the sauce or something. And he goes, no, I've already got the rice on. Ooh. Mate, I went from 0 to hero in 2.5 seconds. I was instantly agitated. I know, I should have been so grateful that he's cooking dinner, but I was instantly bothered. I've instantly gone, no, what the hell? Why are you cooking rice? You knew that I'd wanted sausages and 3 veg. You'd even said yourself you were carved out. What the hell, right? So I'm losing my plot a little bit. It did raise my voice. I was very agitated. And he's coming up with excuses and things, and I'm like, but you knew that I wanted this. We had talked about it for 3 nights in a row, How had he forgotten, which is what I'm wondering. How had he gone from knowing what I wanted to do with the sausages to, oops, I forgot. And so I was miffed. Anyway, of course, he says to me, I'm trying to do something nice for you, blah, 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 blah. Just stop talking to me. Fair point, right? I'll give him that. So I did. I stopped talking. I walked off. There was nothing I could do about it. The rice was already on and, Anyway, and it turns out, ironically, that he was going out with friends anyway. He wasn't even eating the dish he was cooking. So he just made this carb dish for me and the kids. Oh, that did piss me off even more. But he'd already said stop talking to me, so I was like, all right. And I did. I stopped. I didn't follow him around the house and badger him and such. I let it go after then, as in I stopped talking about it. But within myself, I was really miffed. I stayed miffed for the whole night, He'd gone out with his friends and I was just sitting at home miffed, eating this meal, just So anyway, that's one sort of interaction that we have. And that had happened probably 6 or 8 months ago. He'd done something very similar. And they're both around not listening. So he hears me saying, I just want sausages and veggies, no carbs. But he doesn't actually seem to take it in. He didn't remember, hear it, listen. I don't know what exactly. But that's just something that happens, you know. That's how it rolls with him. He will forget all about the numerous times that I mentioned I didn't want carbs and then cook carbs. So yeah, that's just one incident. Another incident is we went out for his work function. And he'd said that he was coming home at 5, he's going to have a shower, change, and then we're going to go. And admittedly, I thought he meant change into like his tux and such, or suit or whatever. Anyway, I'm practically ready by the time he comes home. I've just got like some mascara to do and change of clothes. So I'm already dolled up, I've already done my hair, my face is done, I'm just doing final touches. And then he has his shower and then he comes up behind me and goes, hey Presto, I'm ready to go, let's go. And I look at him and I say, oh, he's not wearing his suit, he's wearing his casual clothes. And I go, oh, that was quick. And he's instant agitation. And I'm like, okay. But I did forget to mention, before all that, when he first came home and I was in the bathroom doing my final touches of makeup, I heard him go straight to one of our children's rooms, the one who's really depressed and not coping with life well, and straight into attack mode. I laugh, but it isn't funny. So he goes straight into the bedroom. When I laugh, let me just put this out there, when I laugh because it's just so, like, the things that are happening are just ridiculous. Like, they're just not thought through, you know. He just hasn't thought about it. He's just gone straight in, you know, straight into the son's bedroom, and I can hear him instantly going, you haven't even cleaned your room today, why haven't you cleaned your room today? Badger, badger, badger. And I hear my son go, out, 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 get out of my room, out. And then the door closes and he's out. That's when he comes and has his shower and such. Finishes his shower, says he's ready, and I'm like, oh, he's instantly moody and having shots at me. Okay, we're in that kind of mood. Yay, right? Yay, we're going out and this is the mood he's in. And it's because he's had a stressed day. Because he came back from a class that he teaches and one of the other people that teaches the class with him waffles on. And it really drives him nuts, you know, can't stand it. This guy just starts talking and he's off on tangents and irrelevant stuff, nothing to do with the class, nothing to do with anything. And it really annoys my husband, which is fair enough. I'm not saying he's wrong in that. But because he's come home and he's in this mood, we're who he's taking it out on. So I do my finishing touches, I change. It's like, take me like 10 minutes extra from after he was finished. And I go out to the lounge room where he's waiting, and he starts asking me things like, have you told the boys this? Have you told the boys that? And what are they having for dinner? And blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you've been here 10 minutes waiting for me. Why aren't you saying anything of this nature to the boys, since clearly he wanted these things to be said? I'm like, no, I haven't. And so I go and say all that stuff to the boys and tell them what they've got to do for dinner and blah, blah, blah. And then I come up to him and I go, right, I'm ready. And then he's instantly, again, in attack mode. He goes, well, I'm not ready, I'm stressing out about stuff, and if you were ready on time, we wouldn't be having these issues, and blah, 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 right? I ended up telling him to F off, which I will say is obviously bad. I know that. And in my own defence, it is so rare for me to swear at him. So rare. And he stops talking and looks at me. And I was like, good, please, stop talking. We're meant to be going out, like a date or something, you know. It's a work do, we're getting all dolled up. It's meant to be a fun, friendly, happy occasion. And it wasn't. We get in the car and I don't even want to talk to him. I'm just so annoyed with how he's kind of come in the house like a, you know, a rabid dog. And now we're going out and I meant to play the happy wife. And, you know, obviously it's really hard to play the happy wife when he's like the Tasmanian devil in the Looney Tunes show. And obviously he's not really wanting to talk to me either because I swore at him, which is, you know, fair call. You know. But yeah, I mean, this is the kind of dynamic that we're facing, you know. And let me just say this. When I had my grumbles at him about the dinner, and he said, I was trying to do you a nice favour, just stop talking, I did feel bad in that moment, right? I thought, oh yeah, you know, he's kind of doing me this nice favour, and kind of spewed all over it. But then a couple of nights later after that, he did the same thing. And then as he was doing that same thing, like something happens and he starts grumbling. And as he was doing that same thing, I was thinking to myself, oh yeah, that's right. He does it all the time. No need for me to feel bad about doing it this one time. He's always doing that. So that kind of, alleviated my guilt somewhat, because I remembered that I was really just being like him. And even though he didn't like it, he does it to us all the time. And, you know, that's just how it is. Yeah, so they're just two sort of everyday interactions that we had recently. And, you know, just to give you a feel for, you know, family life. The days in and the days out of what it's like living with him. Now, admittedly, he's quite placid in between these occasions. And it's rare for me to have shots at him the way that I did with the dinner. But yeah, these are just interactions that happen with us and sort of shape our moods, shape our feelings about life and such. Anyway, drop a comment below if you can relate, which I feel like you will be able to. And if you're on the spectrum and you can relate as well, feel free to drop a comment as well. Always wonderful to hear from you, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I really do appreciate it.